Please send an old Bubba J anywhere. Please don't send Bubba J. Don't send Bubba J. Bubba J wants to stay. Don't send him. Don't use my body. Dirty bastard. I'm gonna send it out to people.
Hi y'all, Colin here. I originally planned this. I got some VCLT and I planned this to be a live opening, but I was having a little trouble with my sound top, with my laptop, with the sound and stuff. And I finally figured it out a little bit. I turned off the video stabilization on my camera on my laptop, and it worked. You know, in some of my other videos, you know, my mouth, it wasn't in sync, and it was from that darn video stabilization button. I just turned that sucker off, and now it seems to be working all right, just in case anybody else has that problem later. Anyway, we'll get to the VCLT. I got this one probably about at the beginning of the month, but I wanted to wait and show something else with it because I knew I had something else coming, and that was from DJ Trish Mullins. She sent me one of her summertime mix, and it's Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Bunch of great tunes on there. Thanks a lot, Trish. That was very wonderful of you. And I'm copying Mr. Z, and I got me a mix box for all of these, and it's going in there with the collection of mix tapes from DJ Trish, a couple in there from Adam Lee, and a couple from Amber or Ecostar. Sent me a couple of mixes with the prizes, and Trish had a note in there. It says, "Hi Colin, Caligula told me if I make you a mix, he won't take my soul, but now he wants my music. That darn dirty bastard. Enjoy the tunes, Trish." And the other VCLT was from Gary Demarest, another great guy. He sent me a package a while back, and now he sent me another one. And he sent a whole bunch of stuff with his, and there was a little note in his too. It says, "Inside is some popcorn you and Bubba can pop and enjoy while you listen to your records. Charlie." No, not my idea, Gary. Now Charlie is a character on Gary's other channel. It's called Gary Clunkerville Town. And he has these three brothers that are always getting into different antics, and Charlie's one of the main culprits that's always causing trouble. And it has a couple of popcorn kernels in there from Charlie. That's cute. And first off in his package was some books. He knows I like the oddball, like 60s, 50s, 60s mystery novels. What do you call them? Not camp. Pulp fiction. And the first one is Tiger by the Tail, 1958. Copyright on that. And I will be doing a little reading of this at the end of this video. You will see Naked Bubba, so if you don't want to see Naked Bubba and listen to this, just turn it off. I think I've gotten a couple of unsubscribers from some of my antics. They probably thought I was just going to be showing records and talking about music, but as you know, I do all kinds of crazy stuff. And the second book is Shoo the Wild Mare. I just love the covers on these, old covers on these books. You can almost frame those, you know. back in the, like World War II, they would put like stuff like this on the sides of their airplanes and stuff. Bombers. Bombshells on bombers. Anyway, let's get to the records. And he sent me a Gary Puckett and a Union Gap. George Harrison. I'm going to go through these real quick so I don't make this a long video. George Jones, Bartender's Blues. George Jones is one of my favorite country singers. I've seen him in concert twice. George Jones and Tammy Wynette. George Jones, Tammy Wynette again, Tattletale Eyes. And, you know, you get home from your girlfriend or your other, and you're trying to act all innocent, and you're like, I didn't do nothing. And lastly, George Strait. George Strait, another country performer who I like, and there's not too many of those kind of country acts or performers around anymore. It's all turning towards this Justin and Bieberish country pop like stuff, but there are a few good ones out there. One of them LJ showed or he shared in one of his country updates. It was Hank Williams III. He has a couple of good albums out if you get a chance to check him out. Check out some videos on YouTube. And let's get to the records. The first one is Everything You Always Wanted to Know About the Godfather. Now that looks this is going to be very interesting. Bunch of gangsters and the old gangsters and the original gangsters in a classroom. Up here it says Assembly Thursday, guest speaker The Godfather. I will not behave, written on the chalkboard. I will not behave, over and over. I will not be. Current events, there's like some mob activities on the newspapers, machine guns and bombs and such on the desks and things. And there's the mobster, what do they call them, a mob wife, or a mall, I don't know, one of those. And then grenades and handguns and all kinds of, holy crap, there's a guy right there chained, and he's got 2 bullet holes in his head. Oh my goodness. It's called Famous Gangster School. A special announcement, the favor, the wiretap, the contract, a commercial message at the psychiatrist. Thanks, that's going to be a cool one. Next we have a cool jazz record with Nat King Cole, Lester Young, and Buddy Rich all playing together, and it's called Giants 3. Somebody Loves Me, I Cover the Waterfront, I Found a New Baby. Now does he mean, you know, a baby or a baby? I don't know. Never mind, don't pay no attention to that. I wasn't being risque. Giants 3, cool jazz, I like jazz. And this next one, I knew he was sending because I wanted it, because I've never seen one of his records around here, and that's Buddy Hackett, the original Chinese waiter comedy album. I don't know if that, back then they didn't really have, nowadays you probably couldn't get away with Buddy Hackett playing a Chinese guy, but back then, you know, they could. It wasn't so, they didn't know any better. Anyway, but it sounds funny. The original Chinese waiter, the diet that came from outer space. So did I. Advice for young lovers. Now, any of you young lovers out there, I don't know if I would take your love advice from this guy. Because could be kind of a crazy situation. Anyway, Buddy Hackett, thanks. Another good one. And lastly, the Gentrys, Keep on Dancing. And it has Hang on Sloopy, Brown Paper Sack, Hand Jive. No comment on that one. Hey Girl, Don't Bother Me. Now, I haven't said that a lot. In fact, I don't think I've said it at all. But I've heard that a lot. Hey guy, don't bother me. And here's your walking papers. You're in the doghouse now. Oh, sorry, that scared me. Oh, the zombies are attacking or something. Anyway, and that's the great gifts I got from those guys. And I forgot to show something at the beginning here, so I'm going to show it now. So hold on, I gotta grab it. All right, I'm back. Anyway, I wanted to show you this new toy I picked up. You know me and my toys. And this one is Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. 17-inch doll, and he talks. If you can hear it.
Bazinga. I'm not insane. My mother had me tested. That is my spot. There is a fine line between wrong and visionary. Unfortunately, you have to be a visionary to see it. Bazinga.
And he says a bunch of other stuff. 8 of Sheldon's classic quotes. But he looks very similar to Pee Wee Herman from back in the 80s when this came out. Because this guy's bendable too, and they're about the same size. Except Pee Wee here has got a string on the back to make him talk. But Pee Wee's string is broke at the moment. But just wanted to share Sheldon Cooper with you. And we'll go out with that.
Was that sarcasm?
Colin, over and out. Tiger by the tail, the last place to go. The last ferry had gone, and Laurie Hart's cottage was the only place on Fire Island where copywriter Ben Maddock could find shelter. But Laurie, a widow infatuated with men and money, knew Ben had concealed his wife's part in a crime of passion, and she was going to make him pay for her silence. From the moment he walked into that cottage, Ben was forced into a soul-shaking struggle with a beautiful but wicked woman who used her supple, soft-fleshed body in a way